This month on Images, study abroad in Spain with College of DuPage. Create tomorrow's trends with COD's Fashion Studies program, and Chef Chris Thielman demonstrates a delectable dessert. All of that and more on this edition of Images. Want to know what's happening at your community college? You're in the right place. I'm your host, Rio Omaria, admissions representative at College of DuPage. College of DuPage continues its commitment to student diversity, developing programs and initiatives to attract and serve our growing multicultural student population. The Center for Student Diversity and Inclusion will improve the cultural environment to support students' academic success and to help students engage in the college's social and cultural experiences.
The college's commitment to student diversity actually started with the first presidential initiative, Reset, Reconceiving the Student Experience, which then led into the Enhanced Student Implementation Plan and now focuses on student diversity. In this specific initiative, we are focusing on growing enrollments among our African American students. We're focusing on increasing student success, and we want to increase the number of high-achieving African American students that we enroll at College of DuPage.
Under this initiative, what we've done is we've targeted 5 African American high-achieving students for the Presidential Scholarship Award. I met with 3 of them at the 2014 scholarship reception, and I could tell you that they could not be more engaged. They were excited, they were enthused about the opportunities.
My name is Jude O'Neill. I received the Presidential Scholarship, and that is a full ride scholarship. It pays tuition for 2 years here at the College of DuPage.
And these are the kind of things that we're looking to do to get them engaged. Once they're engaged, it means that they're excited. It means that they're ready to get involved. And so by working with them in terms of getting them involved, we wanted to let them know of the opportunities that exist here at the College of DuPage.
I think the College of DuPage is very diverse from what I've seen. I think it's a welcoming place to be, especially for me. I'm not a traditional student in the sense that this is a second career for me, so I'm married with children on top of everything, and I love it here. It's very welcoming.
You look very enthusiastic. Tell me where that comes from.
Feel good. Good vibes all the time.
Okay.
I'm loving college right now.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, it's just the atmosphere, the people. I've got the greatest teachers so far, and I'm just looking forward to what's next.
I love it. It's a new experience, and I'm loving it right now.
Okay, awesome. Do you know what you want to study?
Right now I'm studying sports management.
I do really like it. I like that. I mean, it is a big school, but it has a small school kind of feel to it. All my classes are really awesome. I have really awesome professors, and they're all really good at what they do. I have made so many new friends, like within the last couple months, than I ever thought I ever would. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna be friends for life. They're really good people. So David spoke, he wanted to create like a club specifically for African American students, and then as we get bigger and bigger, he would gear it more towards, you know, multicultural, everybody. So I am involved in that. I'm kind of like an advocate for it. I tell people about it. I think it's important. I feel that a lot of African American students kind of get discouraged within college. You know, they're surrounded by people who like say that maybe they can't do it, or like they feel as though they can't do it, and I don't want people to have to feel that way, you know? I've always been told that you can do anything that you want to do.
This is what we do sometimes when we talk about success. We think success is somewhere where we're headed. We think it's a destination, someplace where we'll end up. When actually success is just a path that you're on. Don't ever be limited by where you are right now. And regardless of what you do, always endeavor to do more. You can do more, you can be more. You're designed to continue to be a success for as long as you can.
By working with them in terms of getting them involved, we wanted to let them know of the opportunities that exist here at the College of DuPage. And we may do that via advisement, via working with our constituents here at the College of DuPage to establish mentoring programs, bridge programs, as well as other programs or endeavors that will not only get them excited, but then get them involved in the process.
One of the benefits of having David and the Center for Student Diversity focus on African American students, it complements all our other student recruitment and retention efforts. For instance, we have the Latino Outreach Center, which is doing tremendous work. We have the Center for International Students, which is focusing on the globalization of the College of DuPage. We have our Adult Fast Track, our Veteran Student Services. So we have a nice organization of individuals specifically focusing on a target audience to complement our entire student body.
Study the Spanish language and learn firsthand about the people and culture of Spain. The College of DuPage 2015 Summer Study Abroad program travels to Madrid, Spain for an immersive learning experience rich in Spanish language, culture, and history. This unique learning adventure offers students the opportunity to study while living among the people of a country that is a vibrant blend of 21st century culture and old world tradition.
Hola, me llamo Elisa y hoy voy a hablar sobre la oportunidad de estudiar con el College of DuPage este verano en Madrid, España. The biggest benefit that I think I got from going to Spain for a summer was a deeper look at myself. I learned through trial and error how to navigate the city, and I also got to be fully immersed in the language and the people and get a perspective on my own life. And so this kind of led me to discover what I want to do with my life and decide the way that I want to live. The studying part of it was actually, it came really easy to us because whereas usually in the classroom you're sitting in an institution or a room and you're surrounded by students, usually you're just looking at a book, but in our case, when you're studying in Spain, we got to go to a park, and you're not just in a park, you're in a park studying the stuff that you've been learning since you were young or you've been learning since just your first year at college. Either one, it was amazing to learn the stuff from the book and see it around you. Just even talking about Spanish and English helped my Spanish, just constantly being immersed by it. It is truly and 100% an immersion course, an immersion experience. And so just constantly thinking about it and talking about it and being surrounded by it is something that greatly improved my language skills and my ability to speak and communicate. Well, the highlight of the entire trip for me was this little tiny moment that we had at a restaurant with me and two other girls on the trip. After we went to the Reina Sofia Museum and saw La Guernica, we were walking around looking for a place to eat, and we found this little restaurant and had these amazing croquetas, which are like little fried balls of mashed potatoes, and we had just the best food ever. And I remember sitting there with the three of us, and we were just thinking about, this is the best time of our lives. This is just an amazing time that we're having right here in this moment that we get to experience together, and we are going to remember this forever. I would absolutely recommend this program to anybody who has thought about traveling. The things you get to see and the places you get to explore are incredibly unique to the Spanish culture, and it's just an experience that can be created nowhere else. The College of DuPage's Study Abroad program in Spain is a unique opportunity. Now, I invite you to have your own experience. A ti te toca. Buen viaje!
Coming up next, from aspiring designers to visual merchandising, the Fashion Studies program at College of DuPage prepares students for exciting careers in the fashion industry.
Fashion is all about personal expression. And so I love that you get to create things that help people be who they want to be for that day.
Putting your own creative design in your clothes or your garments or whatever you make.
How you interpret your own inspirations, and that contributes to what fashion is. It's inspiration.
And fashion to me is really important because it's just everywhere. And I don't know, without fashion, life would just be dull.
What does fashion mean to you? Creativity, expression, style, luxury? It could also mean your future. Let College of DuPage prepare you for an exciting career in the world of fashion. The Fashion Studies program at College of DuPage allows students to immerse themselves in the creativity driving today's trends, as well as discover the artistry and passion within, to work with tomorrow's fashion pacesetters in an ever-changing, fast-paced industry.
The way I define fashion is change. The students who want to learn to market fashion or design fashion have to be able to track the change, they have to observe changes in consumer wants and desires, and they have to learn to use professional resources.
The one thing that attracted me the most to the COD fashion department would have to be the creative environment. And you can't help but want to be a part of it, like, oh, I want to do that project. So my ideas and my inspirations can be in that window.
Fashion Studies program at College of DuPage has two separate areas: fashion merchandising for the student who is interested in marketing fashion, and fashion design for the student who is interested in creating fashion.
I'm a fashion design major, and I'm inspired by the people and things around me. And so I like creating things that people that I look up to would want to wear.
I get to combine drawing, which I love to do, and also designing my own kind of clothes and making other people happy.
I love exploring different materials, figuring out what works together, what doesn't work together, and just creating a different story every single time.
Practical hands-on experiences combined with in-depth classroom instruction for the highest quality fashion education in the area. Our dedicated instructors have years of fashion industry experience, and small class sizes allow for the one-on-one attention necessary to master skills and grow creatively.
The teachers here at COD, they're amazing. I love them because they don't let you off so easy. They push you and they challenge you.
I view this fashion department as a family, and we are always there for each other, and most importantly, we want to see everybody succeed.
The curriculum here at COD prepares you for every aspect of fashion, and so you go in with a really broad overview of the industry so that no matter how specific the position you take is, you'll understand all the components that go into being part of a fashion brand or a fashion label.
Students learn trends and techniques for all aspects of this multifaceted field, all the while gaining marketable skills, industry contacts, and building a portfolio of work to advance students to the next level in an exciting and growing field.
Every spring, College of DuPage's fashion students produce and showcase their designs in an hour-long fashion extravaganza.
I was a part of the College of DuPage fashion show last year, and it was really kind of an exciting and stressful and really fun time because you're just getting to showcase your designs in a very professional setting.
One of the advantages of coming to a community college and being involved in their fashion show as a design student is that underclassmen generally do not show their clothes in a college show. Our students go to bachelor programs with that experience under their belt.
Fashion is everywhere, and so are career opportunities for individuals who combine knowledge of the fashion industry with their own talents, ambitions, and abilities. And College of DuPage has the right flexible and affordable program for you.
Many students start their program here and they find that they can earn the same credits and learn the same information here before they go on to continue their bachelor's degree and study at other schools. We have certificate programs, we have associate degree programs, and many students find that they're very successful just earning a certificate or an associate degree out in the working world.
So my dream job would be to start my own business, and specifically a clothing line, And so I'm actually doing that right now. And I'm able to do that though because of everything that I've learned here at COD. It's given me such a broad knowledge base that it's really helped me take my dream to the next level.
I have learned so much. I have this completely new way of thinking that I use in my everyday life, which is fantastic to me.
The garments that we're making is like similar to the garments that I'm going to make in the future. What I'm doing right now in these classes, I've learned a lot.
Just like if fashion is your passion, then go for it. Don't let anyone tell you different.
I was able to pursue that passion of mine here at COD, and it's been amazing ever since.
Learn more about how fashion studies at College of DuPage can help turn your interests, your style, your passion into a rewarding career. Check us out on the web at cod.edu/program/fashion. For a unique twist on a favorite dessert, Chris Thielman shares his recipe for Kahlua cheesecake.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of In the Kitchen with Chris. My name is Chris Thielman. I'm a chef instructor at the College of DuPage outside of Chicago in Glen Ellen, Illinois. I teach culinary and pastry arts. Today we're going to be making a Kahlua cheesecake. Now I'm going to show you a couple tricks of the trade as we're going along that I think you'll really enjoy. A couple things that we do that are special that really make cheesecake superb. First thing that we're going to do is make our crust, but before that we have to line our pan. Now this is a 9-inch springform pan, 9-inch springform pan. Now here's something that I do that I don't know if a lot of people do, but I do it. In the bottom of the springform pan there is obviously a removable bottom. From the factory they put it in there so the little ridge is up. I turn it upside down so that it's a flatter surface for the bottom of the cheesecake, and it's a little easier to get the cheesecake out of because you don't get your blade caught on the edge as you take it out. Okay? So that's first thing is I turn it upside down. All right. Next thing is this. This is parchment paper. Parchment paper is available anywhere. It's either white or brown, and it is made to be baked in the oven. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of oil, okay, and a brush. And if you have spray will work just fine too. Just spray it right on. So either way is fine. So the oil, all it does is allow it to stick to the inside of the pan. So you want a couple pieces, and you want them to overlap because if they don't overlap, then it might stick where you didn't have the overlap. So then you take your second piece, and you put it on. And again, you brush it a little bit with the oil. And then you lay it on the inside. Okay. Now, you don't have to worry that it overlaps a lot or little. As long as there's some overlap, that's all you care about. This will allow you to remove it from the pan very easily, and it will not stick. If you don't do this, sometimes I've found that they stick to the side of the pan, and then it kind of rips the edge apart, and then you're like, oh, it doesn't look perfect anymore. So this will give you a perfect looking cheesecake crust. All right, so we're going to put that on the side. And now we're going to go ahead and make up our, what would you call it? Our chocolate outs exterior, if you will. This is going to be Kahlua on the inside and chocolate on the outside, so our crust. All right. So very, very simple. You're going to take chocolate crumbs. This is 2 cups or 10 ounces by weight. If you want to use chocolate cake crumbs, no problem. You want to use vanilla wafers, no problem. You want to use graham cracker crumbs, again, no problem. It'll work super. So you're going to take all the ingredients and you're essentially going to mix them together. Very, very simple. Little cinnamon, little cocoa, little brown sugar, and of course some butter. So the butter is what's going to hold it all together. Take your rubber spatula and you're going to mix it up. And this will take a couple minutes to mix it really well because you need to spread the brown sugar and the butter all the way throughout the mixture. So give it a couple minutes here to mix, mix, mix. Okay, so now we're going to take our pan and we're going to take all of this mixture. Okay, here's how I like to do it. I put it all in first, and then I spread it so it's relatively even. And then I keep spinning the pan and press it up the sides. Because the parchment paper is going to allow you to press it up farther the side of the pan, you can actually go a little bit farther than a lot of recipes tell you. A lot of recipes will only say push it up the side 1 inch. You can go a little farther on this because of the parchment paper. Okay, here is next trick of the trade. Next trick of the trade is this. In the outside corner, right at the bottom, there's going to be an angle. So what you want to do is make sure at the bottom of the pan where the angle is that you don't have too much cookies here, because what happens is the guests won't be able to get their fork through the bottom of the cheesecake. So you want to make sure you have a relatively thin 90-degree angle at the very bottom of the cheesecake. Okay, we are ready to go. All right, so now we're going to take this and we're going to bake it in the oven for 10 minutes to set the crust. Okay, and we're back. Hello, welcome back. So our crust has been baked in the oven for about 10 minutes. And really you can bake it at any temperature you want, 300, 350, 400, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be in there very long. The only reason you're doing it is to set the crust. All right, so now we need to make the cheesecake batter or filling itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the mixer. We're going to use our 5-quart mixer. All right, so here is the next trick of the trade. Warm the cream cheese. There are 3 reasons that cheesecakes crack. The oven's too hot, they're over-mixed, or you whip too much air into it. So you have to mix it on low speed. So if you warm up the cream cheese, everything mixes right in very, very easily. So we're going to start with that, and the sugar, and we're going to add the cornstarch. The cornstarch is there to kind of hold everything together really, really well and give it a little extra body. So we're going to put it on our mixer, and we're going to put it on low speed. And away we go. This should only take, I say, 2 or 3 minutes to mix total, because remember, you do not want to over-mix it. You want to mix it on low speed, have all your ingredients warm, especially the cream cheese. Okay, the sugar has mixed in, only took a few seconds. And now we're going to add the eggs. And now we're going to add the egg yolks. And again, the egg yolks are there to add a little extra richness. Now, whenever you're making a scratch cake or scratch cookies, you always need to scrape the bowl down, because right now some of it is mixing and some of it is kind of sticking to the outside of the bowl. So what we always do is we always stop it every now and then, lower the bowl, scrape it down, and then continue mixing. Also, make sure you scrape the paddle attachment itself. Okay. So again, this will be mixed in probably another 30 seconds or so, and then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. There we go. So we've got instant espresso powder. Adds a lovely coffee flavor. We've got a little bit of vanilla. We have a little bit of Kahlua, because it is Kahlua cheesecake. A little bit of half and half, or cream, or milk, really. Any of them would work fine. And then last but not least is chocolate. Now this is liquid chocolate, so all I did was I put it in the microwave for a few seconds and got it pretty melted. And then we're going to add it right in. So if you wanted to add the chocolate in little chunks, you can. The nice thing about baking and cooking is you can be very, very creative, and it really doesn't matter a lot of things, like you could have changed the chocolate crumbs to graham crumbs or vanilla wafers. You can make a lot of substitutions and changes, and everything still works just great. Okay, we're going to scrape this down one more time. Let it mix for just a few seconds, and then we're good to go. All right, everything's looking good. All right, another 10-15 seconds, and then we're going to pour it in, and then we're going to bake it in the oven. All right, we are ready. So what we're going to do, scrape it off. And again, we're going to scrape everything down one more time to make sure nothing is sticking to the bowl. Okay? If you wanted to mix this by hand, you don't own a 5-quart mixer or a small mixer, you can mix it all by hand. As you saw, it didn't take very long at all. Not a problem. So you can just mix it all by hand. Okay. If you wanted to add nuts into this, some people will add pecans. You can do that also, not a problem. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to pour it into our pre-baked mold with all of our chocolate cookie crumbs. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to take this and we're going to bake it in the oven at 300 to 325 degrees for about 60 to 90 minutes. So a lot of people say, how do you tell when cheesecake's done? There's 2 ways you can do it. The first one is to take a small paring knife and go into the middle and see if anything sticks to the knife. If nothing sticks, it should be done. Me personally, I don't do that because I don't like to put a hole in the middle of my cheesecake. So what I do is I use the jiggle test. All you have to do is jiggle the pan ever so slightly, and when it no longer looks watery in the middle, then it's all set. So if the liquid wateriness has gone away, then you're all set, good to go. So again, this should take about 60 minutes at 300 to 325 degrees. Hello and welcome back. Our beautiful Kahlua cheesecake is out of the oven. It was baking for about 60 minutes, and again, remember this was a 9-inch pan at about 300, 325 degrees. Now, if you'll notice, I did not bake it in a water bath, which is okay as long as the oven is a nice low temperature. Now, our cheesecake here has to sit overnight and get very, very cold. If you do attempt to cut it before it chills all the way, the pieces are just going to fall apart on you, all right? So it's got to chill overnight. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow to try a piece of this. Oh well. Well, thanks anyways. Thanks for coming, everybody. I really appreciate your time. Hope you enjoyed the recipe, you learned a few things. And remember, the parchment paper there on the outside will just peel right off, and you'll have a beautiful looking cheesecake. Thanks for coming. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.
For more information about culinary arts courses, degrees, and certificates, as well as other hospitality management program offerings, visit their pages on the web at cod.edu. There's always so much happening at College of DuPage. Be sure to watch images every month to stay on top of it all. Until next time, I'm Rio Almaria.